One of the pillars of futures is Dator's second law of futures. Before I tell you the second law of futures, let me tell you a bit of a background story. For many years, I went to Hawaii to do business. Not a bad place to go and do business. I was involved in the Asia Pacific Leadership Program there, as well as the Pacific Island Leadership Program. Jim Dator pretty much started the Futures Department at the University of Hawaii, and he's regarded as a forefather of the discipline of futures. And on one occasion, I had the opportunity to meet with him. And I remember meeting with him and saying, Jim, I feel embarrassed to ask you this because I feel like I should know the answer, but I've looked everywhere and I can't find the answer anywhere. Here's my question. What is Dator's first law of futures? And Jim smiled at me and he said rather mischievously, Keith, there is no first law. And I was a little bit taken back. There's Dator's second law, there's no first law. And I said, but obviously, why? And he said to me, no one ever remembers the first law of anything. He said, can you tell me the first law of thermodynamics? And I said, no. He said, can you tell me the second law? I said, yes, I think I can. And he said, case in point. So he just starts with Dator's second law. So I tell you that because if you love, as I think you will, Dator's second law, don't waste your time like me going and looking for the first law. There is none. Here's what the second law states. Every useful idea about the future needs to appear ridiculous. He then adds a very important rider to that, which is not every ridiculous idea is useful. Here's the challenge for you and your leadership team. Are you considering enough ridiculous ideas about your future, your industry's future? Very often articulating a ridiculous idea can start with asking a what-if question. When I sit on executive meetings, I don't hear many ridiculous ideas being entertained, not seriously entertained. It's seen as a distraction, as frivolous. We've got too much other important stuff to deal with. But I think that's a real mistake. The second part to that is having entertained ridiculous ideas. How do you find filters and processes that can quickly eliminate those non-useful ideas? You really do need to consider Dator's second law of futures.